Hello, everybody. Good late afternoon. We've got the injury report for tomorrow night's game out. I know I'm a little bit late with this, but I wanted all the information to come out before I made this video. So I decided to put it on the back burner for a little bit and see what we could learn in full before I proceeded forward. So first of all, before I get into the injuries, I want to say that I am streaming the pregame show about this game later tonight at about 6. Should go live with the Hawks Nest, live on both of our channels, live on my Facebook as well. So if you want to listen to me and the Hawks Nest talk about this game for a couple hours, tune in tonight at 6. Slightly different time than usual because of the irregular start time of this game. So hope to see you guys there later tonight. Once again, me and the Hawks Nest streaming a pregame show for this 49ers game. All right, so let's take a look at these injuries now. The news is mostly good. The news is mostly good. The actual injury report itself is short and pretty much as expected. So Jarek Reed is out, but I don't even know why he's being listed on the injury report because we know he tore his ACL. They just haven't put him on IR yet, so I guess they have to. But we were told he tore his ACL, so this is not a surprise. This is not different from expectations. Jarek Reed II is not going to play again this season, and we'll see about his availability next year as well because the ACL is no joke. But he's the one guy who's out. We got two guys who are doubtful. We got Ken Walker, who didn't practice all week, so I don't know why they're listing him as doubtful. Like, he's out. Like, there's no way he's playing in this game. I find it very weird that they're actually listing him as doubtful when it's so obvious he's not going to play, but I guess technically speaking, they believe there's some chance of it. But even by their own admission, it's unlikely. So I would count Ken Walker out for this game. He didn't practice at all this week. Neither did Derek Young. He is also doubtful. Again, that's a situation where at the very least we can say if those guys are doubtful now, they've got a chance to be back sooner rather than later, which is big, especially for Walker. Because I already made that video a couple days ago saying it sounded like he would be out a while. If he only misses 1 or 2 games, I think we dodged a bullet. So don't expect Walker tomorrow, but you might be able to expect him the next game or the game after, which is way better than I think we were expecting coming out of that. And then we have 2 players listed as questionable, and we've already kind of been informed about both of these guys. Abe Lucas, despite practicing in full, or nominally practicing in full all week, is not expected to play. It's kind of weird to me that they would come out and say he's not expected to play right after listing him as questionable. Then why not list him as doubtful? But whatever, it doesn't really matter that much. The thing that matters is that Lucas is close, but they do not expect him to play tomorrow. So no Abe Lucas means a lot of Peters, a lot of Forsyth. Maybe Curhan gets promoted from the practice squad and we see some of him too. All I know is that Jason Peters playing a whole game against Bosa is bad news. So we're going to have to mix it up a little bit here to get through the game. The other questionable player is Geno Smith, and Geno Smith has already been labeled expected to play. So this is just one of those things where the probable designation doesn't exist, so they list him as questionable, but they think he's going to play. So that's pretty much what I anticipated. As much as they were hyping up the Lucas stuff, I still had reservations about him actually playing on Thursday. And it doesn't seem like we're going to let that happen. So, yeah, no Lucas, but Geno Smith, expect him to play. The fact that they are being cautious with that, it does indicate he may not be 100%, which is a problem. But it's a problem that we're going to have to just deal with for now and hope that he gets through the game without further incident. Now, the good news is that's it. And there were plenty of other guys who were limited or injured in some capacity on the practice report this week that are good to go. DK Metcalf is good to go, not listed on the injury report at all. DK is fine. Lockett not listed, good to go. Adams not listed. Trey Brown, Woolen, Bobo, Bryant, Bradford. Everybody else who has been a fixture on the injury report over the last couple weeks, not listed with any kind of a limitation. So should be all good to go there. So at least we've got that going on. So there is some good news here. The problem is, we probably needed more good news to actually beat a team like the 49ers because they are good. So, yeah, I don't know if this is going to cut it, But for the moment, what I can say is that we're in a pretty reasonable position to at least take a shot at this, right? All right, so that's the Seahawks side of things. Pretty clean, pretty simple, pretty good. Let's take a look at the 49ers side of things. They've got their injury report out. Theirs is also pretty short. There is some significant stuff going on here, though. So the 49ers injury report for Thursday's game, they have 4 players listed as questionable. The 2 key ones here are Aaron Banks and Spencer Burford. And Burford is, they don't think he's going to play. They think he's a long shot. So that could be both starting guards for the Niners. At least one of them is going to be out, and possibly the other one. So this is a 49ers offensive line that is already pretty bad. They have Trent Williams and nothing all the way down. Like, there's not much going on there besides Trent Williams. So if they lose 2 of their starting guards, things only get worse. That could have a big effect. The other 2 injured players, Robert Beal and Samuel Womack, not quite as big of an impact if they play or don't play. So not quite as impactful there. But this is a defensive line that did not play particularly well on Sunday against the Rams. This is a defensive line that has a lot to prove in some ways because, look, we're going to keep going back to it. We made the Leonard Williams trade, and we gave up a lot to get him to make this defensive line a lot better, to make this pass rush a lot better. And in some games, it's manifested. It looked good against Washington, didn't really look good against LA. So if they can't find a way to bring it again in this game, then that trade begins to look even worse because we're already kind of on a bad path with that trade right now where, yeah, the player is good, the player is giving effort, the player is doing stuff that we like as Seahawks fans, but was it worth the trade? If this continues to trend this way, the answer is going to be absolutely not. So this is a great opportunity for him. It's an opportunity for Draymond Jones, Jaron Reed, Mario Edwards, all these guys to have an impact on a game where we're going to need every little bit of help we can get. So Aaron Banks, Spencer Burford, questionable. Beal and Womack, less important but also questionable. And that's it for the injury report. It's actually pretty clean. Given the fact that this was a quick turnaround, both teams are in pretty good shape right now. Like, usually before a Thursday night game, you'd expect to see things a lot worse than this. All right, so again, streaming tonight with the Hawks Nest in a couple hours. Should start at about 6 o'clock. We'll go for a little bit talking about this Niners game. And then, of course, tomorrow we're going to do the pregame video. And I'm going to do some last second stuff about the Rams game as well. Get some of the weekly stuff out a little bit early because of the 49ers game. Should be on Twitch later tonight as well. Keep an eye out for me there. Probably finishing up the Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil expansion, and possibly doing some Spider-Man as well. So I will see you guys later. Go Hawks. And at least we're kind of healthy right now, I guess. All right. See y'all later.